Hey guys, welcome to the stream. There it is. Hope you guys are well. Let's finish this. Let's finish this game.
We find each other as the dust settles. Then I tell him why the Ura came. To get us back. For the calamity. It was Caelandia's master plan to wipe the Ura out. But part of that plan backfired, didn't it? If only Zulf knew the whole story. What were we to think? They must have got her, taken her back to her rightful home. The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started. The Mercy. The windbags ain't the only beast that drew a bad lot. Seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends. Now all we need is one last shard. The sanctuary. If we can build, we can rebuild.
Let's see. Secret skills.
The service for all the men and women who serve Caelandia. To master the musket, you gotta get rid of the recoil. A sail hammer's only as strong as its spine. And that's a strong spine. Now that's what I call a knife. Even the army never issued carbines in such fine shape.
All right.
The inspiration. A forge can fashion anything. He's made a right comfortable bed for all those bullets.
Let's see.
Third time's a charm, right?
Let's try this.
Wrong. Ever tell you how the kid got himself wrapped up in this mess to begin with? The past catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too. The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either. So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years. history of Caelondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls. Out there, a kid learned to fend for himself. Learn to build. Learn to break.
Dun, 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 dun.
In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that. All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back. Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him. Finally arrived at Caelondia's vaunted safe haven. He and no one else. But then, all he got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name. Sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made them real, not me.
Dreamt up the walls in the Bastion.
I'd like to say I'll never forget him, or what he's doing, what he's done. I surely would.
Nice. All right.
The Ura swooped down from the east. At least now we know the way.
Let's go.
One last shard. It's all we need to put this mess behind us. And mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand. Zol said the Calamity failed, and he's right. The Ura stand as living proof of that. The heart of the Calamity was a simple idea. We never wanted to go to war again. Wanted to rule it out. Put a lot of folks against that problem. Scientists, soldiers, spies, even me.
Even me?
We sought solutions far beyond the city. We traveled near as far as the kid's going right now. bear fruit.
Alright, this way I guess. Completed the country. Nice.
Then there was a breakthrough, but it didn't come from one of our people.
Something fancy.
It came from an Ura, a brilliant young scientist named Ven. Ven worked for the Mancers, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer. With his help, the Mancers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnels shut in a flash. Just like that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals will be gone.
Shit.
This discovery was never to be used, they said, except as a last resort. But Ven didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own.
Something wrong.
He sabotaged the Mancers' little science project, set it to blow up in their faces. Imagine how Ven must have felt when it finally made him pull that trigger. But remember, the Bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard.
Feel bad for killing these guys. Oh.
Too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front. First things first, though. There's someone we figured needed rescuing. See ya.
The girl. Girl.
The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move, but we knew ours already. I don't like to keep him waiting. Whoa there. Think the gods are gonna help? There's something we had to do before going after that last shard. The country, she's all to pieces now, but still looking good. It's no longer a weapon, it's a precision instrument. Now we're looking at some serious firepower. Arrows like that can practically find their own way.
Hello? Oh, the pike.
Zoltan's Hollow is the Ura's border blockade. At least it used to be.
All right.
Well, now it's personal, ain't it? It's personal for him, and it's personal for me. He gets his hands on the care package I sent him. The Ura ain't pulling their punches. The Ura found a way to keep the calamity from spreading through Zoltan's Hollow. Kid has to put a damper on their plans.
Is this a calamity cannon?
They got their own security and everything. Pretty fancy even. Still, they ain't used to having visitors around. They've got these conductors that are all what's keeping the place together. Break enough of those things and the calamity rocks slink back into the ground. Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now. Those rocks are like tumors, the same kind the Ura planted in the Bastion. Kid's done using the Calamity's power for now. But the Ura ain't finished. They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kid. Yep. Those rodents are just a bump in the road. By now, every Ura from here to the terminals must know he's in town. Kid returns their greeting tenfold. Most of the Ura's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow. They're easy targets. Those Calamity rocks must be eating that place apart from the inside.
Let's do the breaker's bow.
Kids picking the whole place apart, piece by piece. They're keep hanging on to that barricade. After all, their homeland's not much farther. Maybe they know they've lost this. Lost to a kid. Some of them are downright bewildered by what's happening. They underestimate us. Has peg gone wrong. Yes, our people caused the calamity, but here we are trying to fix it. Did the Ura really think we just turn around and walk away? Shame the opportunity for civilized discourse is over. Suppose old Zolf should have got to know us better. Maybe I should have trusted him. Told him everything I knew.
Maybe I should have trusted him.
Zulf, the Hura, they have every reason to be angry. Beyond angry. As the hour grows desperate, the Hura bring out their big guns. But when this is all over, it'll all be water under the bridge. There's nothing standing in his way no more. All those dreams, snuffed out in the calamity, will bring him back. Way out there on the edge of the world, that's where he finally finds you. But it ain't like Prosper Bluff this time. Ain't nothing for this gal to sing about now. Zia, you weren't kidnapped. No, ma'am. You just had to see what happened to the Ura. To your own people. You had to see if everything Zulf wrote to you was true. Sure you didn't drop that twangy thing on purpose? Just to see if he'd go after you? They lost everything, didn't they? But they just keep on fighting like that's gonna bring it all back. Part of the rippling walls floated by, so I caught the kid's old knapsack.
Calamity Cannon.
I don't need to see what happened to the Ura. I'm trying to undo it, remember? First step to learning the Calamity Cannon is knowing about the machinery overrides. Don't want that thing leaving your hands until you decide it's time. The trappers.
Three foes with a single well-timed power shot. Oh, it's gotta be a power shot. Three foes with a single blast.
Once the kid gets that last shard from Zulf, it'll all be over. The Ura probably didn't know they were being watched from Mancer Observatory. It was the perfect spot to test something no one's meant to know about. Only trouble was something about the place drove the windbags crazy. Best stand well clear of that impact. Hefty thing like that takes getting used to. Gotta point her in the right direction. When the windbags caused enough trouble, the
All right.
Romancers conducted their most secretive research far east of the city. You can cause a lot of collateral damage with her if you ain't careful. The more crowded it gets, the more trouble you can cause with a single shot.
Okay, so we can't let them all die. Here we go.
Not much left of the observatory when the smoke clears.
Alright, so 4 or more. We were doing pretty good there. Damn it. Let's restart that. Alright.
If the power of the calamity is safe in anybody's hands, it's safe in his.
There's no turning back. Are you ready? Suppose not.
The ranch was always looking for good help. Short work of them things.
Alright, how long? 60 seconds.
There's always more squirrels to come around.
There we go.
Well, the kid's gone and struck terror in the hearts of squirts everywhere. It's hard to sleep easy these days, what with everything that's happened.
Okay.
Zolf, very soon the kid's gonna have to face that man again, for the last time.
I thought he was the bad guy when we first encountered him.
met on the worst day of Zolf's life. There in the Hanging Gardens, he aimed to throw it all away. It wasn't the first time Zolf had nothing to lose. He was born to a simple Ura couple who didn't last long before plague took him. He grew up hungry in the tunnels of the Tassel terminals, so he took to stealing from a Ceylonian missionary living there. He once got sloppy with his thieving hands. The missionary caught him, but didn't rat him out. Instead, he offered to take him in. That missionary raised Zolf like a gentleman, like he was his own son. Taught him theology, history, and mercy. When the missionary passed away, Zolf promised to continue his work to bring about a lasting peace between the Ura and Ceylon.
Peace. Zolf started teaching the missionaries wisdom to any Ura who would listen, and listen they did. He advocated tolerance and argued that the Ura should atone for the war. He believed the city had much to teach his people. However, Zolf felt he could only do so much in the Tassel terminals.
He needed Caelondia to know the era had changed. He decided to do what the missionary did many years before. He left the city of his youth to brave a savage land. It's all right. The journey was hard, but he knew how to fend for himself. And then at last, Zolf saw the rippling walls on the horizon. He endeared himself to city folk straight away, and in turn he fell in love with the city and its people. One in particular.
Yeah.
This young lady was fascinated by the Ura, but she never met anyone like Zolf. She told him she knew all the city's best kept secrets. The Hanging Gardens was their favorite spot. It was there that Zolf clasped her hands and proposed in proper Caelondian style. Don't worry about it.
Ah. Got him.
He celebrated with his friends long into the night. Joy and revelry like he'd never seen. Too bad he couldn't remember it all. That story don't end well anyway.
Back to Bastion. Alright, so we got another one.
The Breakers. Ain't no one can outrun them. Or their arrows. The Mancers. They knew everything. Even if it cost them. Gotta make sure the pointy end's fastened on real tight.
A hammer. Proving grounds. First prize in 7. Feel extremely far shot. Okay. I think we can do that. Foes shall cause harm on physical contact. Foes shall regenerate from any injury. Deflects attacks on a whim. Resilience to physical harm.
Garmouth.
Alright. Let's do this real quick.
Alright, no more asking about that smoking pipe. Deal? The past. Only good thing ever come out of the past is history. Catches up with a kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there.
His mom's hair. Oh. Got it.
School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too. The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either. So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years. In the history of Ceylondia, Nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls.
A second shift on the walls. Whoa.
Out there, a kid learned to fend for himself. Learn to build. Learn to break.
Nice.
In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that. All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back. Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him. Finally arrived at Caelondia's vaunted safe haven. He and no one else. But then, all they got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name. Sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made them real, not me. I'd like to say I'll never forget him, or what he's doing, what he's done. I surely would.
Nice. Yay.
The faith. Mother, this one's for you.
Sniper. Hammer. Sniper. And hammer.
A hammer and an army carbine. When fighting man, I use the very same.
Let's do this one.
Prep for the course, the brushers could modify their bikes however they wanted. There wasn't time to squash every pincushion, just the ones in the way.
Under 90 seconds. Nah. We're not gonna get that. Exit to Bastion. Let's go to the shooter. This one.
You can always get faster.
Right. 700 or more. Alright. Alright, let's try again. These are tough. Not all of them are as bad, but... Come on. Come on. Ah. One more. This one shouldn't be too bad. All right. Damn it. Okay, we need 26 seconds, I think. 27. Let's try the shield one.
He's just about ready to make his way to the Tassel terminals and get this over with. Court is back in session for the kid. Old ritual for when folks believed there was this godlike bull watching over him. Had to make do with nothing but a shield.
Oh, come on. Nice. Come on. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go. 15 hits of Fury, no thank you.
Could use a little shut-eye, I suppose. The Calamity took everything from us. Might be it took even more from Zolf. worst day of Zolf's life. There in the Hanging Gardens, he aimed to throw it all away.
Alright, let's go to the end. So that's canceled out.
Now, who would have taught a kid to do a thing like that? Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of those.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's beat the game. Oh, wait a minute. There's still this one. What's this one?
Caelandia's army only took the best, and the best of them trained on Trigger Hill. The Triggers believed they were nothing without their rifles. Nothing beats the feel of shooting a Caelandian army carbine. Sometimes you had to take care to steady your shot. The Triggers had clearance to modify their guns however they chose. Some felt the course was too easy, so the Triggers spiced things up a bit. The kid ain't bad, but the Triggers were better.
Okay. Think we can do that
faster. If you want to master the art of the firearm, then the place to go is Trigger Hill. Sometimes you had to shoot from the hip. You had to keep moving to avoid getting burned.
Second prize. How fast do we need to do it? 35. Okay. 4 less seconds. I think we could probably do that. I think we did it. No, 1 second. Okay. Under 30. Okay. So if we hadn't messed up that one shot, we would have been good. There we go.
Like it was nothing.
Nice. Alright, that means the only thing that we don't have is the hammer.
The Ceylondian army would have recruited him in a flash. The Triggers, my brothers, bravest men I ever knew. The dynasty, to the families of the city, all reunited.
Okay.
He put some finishing touches on the business end of that thing. Now the weight of the world behind his every swing.
All right.
Kids ready to get real personal with hammer and musket in hand.
Let's see if we can do 70 damage now.
Ever tell you how the kid got himself wrapped up in this mess to begin with?
There we go. Back to Bastion. Okay.
The Masons. We built the city
Nice.
strong. Now there's only 2 of us.
All right.
That ought to give those dueling pistols a little extra kick. Take my word for it. Don't ever drop one of those.
Blast radius. We want bigger. Let's just make sure there's nothing lost and found. Okay. Let's take off this. And let's get our sword back. All right. Let's do this thing.
Manser Observatory. Now there's a sneaky place, overlooking the Tassel terminals themselves. The Tassel terminals, all that's left of the Ura civilization, and the last stop on his little journey.
Ready. Let's do it.
I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away. But he'll be all right. Just needs to get that shard from Zolf and come on home. The calamity hit the Tassel terminals hardest of all. No chance anything survived. You know why Zolf went back there. The place was his home.
God, I love this music.
All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the calamity. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting. You know what's funny? Well, all of us are waiting for a kid.
Level up. Nice.
There's not much left to do here in the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right? There's another reason I've been telling you all this.
Oh.
There's something I want you to understand. Kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete. What happens to Soul no longer matter.
What disease?
Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal.
Nice.
Problem is,
What's
we'll all be
normal?
gone.
Problem is, what's normal?
Oh, we're not gonna die. It's more like all of this will just stop. Things will go back to the way they used to be. That's the power of the Bastion. This whole place is a living record of the times before the calamity.
Yo, we can hop. Nice.
Be your old self again. Think of all those times I didn't go your way.
Nice.
All of life's little setbacks. Imagine if you could have another go at him.
Oh.
No mistakes. Anyone you've ever hurt. Everything you've ever done. You could do it over. And wouldn't that be grand? Wouldn't you agree? Well, I guess there's nothing more to say.
I didn't even see that platform there.
Come on,
Zip.
keep your chin up. Who am I kidding?
Nice.
Look. There's something else. A confession. How come I know so much about the Bastion? Well, I designed the place, but that's beside the point.
That's kind of the whole point.
one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time. You can't test it. So you're probably wondering if the calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again after the Bastion does its thing?
Yeah, that's a good question.
The answer is... I don't know.
Okay. I've got a lot of faith in that.
You're wondering if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's alright. I can tell. But why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us.
All right. Something tells me it's about to be
that's sweet and all, but
boss
I don't know
battle.
if I can stick around.
Battering ram.
The weight of the calamity. It's on our shoulders. We can't just let it go. Bastion does have another function, strictly speaking. If ever the monument blew out and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off away from here. Heavy, ain't it?
I want to charge with it.
You know Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you? Zulf and the Ura. All they want now is to see the Bastion fall. Zulf dedicated his life to a lasting peace between the Ura and Zealandia.
I don't think we're getting any experience for this. I don't think so.
Zulf ain't lost every shred of decency though, has he? He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid. For Zulf, this ain't a personal matter. One thing's for sure, the Ura can't be happy that the kid followed Zulf all the way home.
The kid. Abandon Zulf's body and press forward with the battering ram. I'm gonna get Zulf.
I can see it now. The kid in one corner, and Zulf in the other. Ain't much of a fight. Don't you worry, though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be alright.
Guess we go this way?
You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city thing, are you?
I set my sail, fly, the wind it will take me back to my home, sweet home. Lie on my back, clouds are making way for me. I'm coming home, sweet home. I see the
Nice.
star, you left it burning for me. Mother, I'm here. Eyes open wide, feel your heart and its
Kid's probably dealt with Zulf by now.
I'm welcome home.
He reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days?
Neat.
Hey, kid. Get up, kid. Come on, that ain't funny.
Come
I
on.
say get up. That's more like it. Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk.
Where is everyone? Okay, we can't do anything right now.
The Bastion. It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see.
In the calamity, the tears and terror was ripped from underground and cast toward the stars.
Welcome.
Interesting.
To the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions.
You made it. Any moment I'd want to live again happened after the calamity, not before.
Huh.
So, let's see. You can either prevent the calamity, or stick around with me and Rex. I'd hate to be in your shoes. If I could be any place I wanted, I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world. Zulf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed. When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up.
Hey, kid. You can undo the calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget, thank you. Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore. Zulf only brought more ruin to the Ura. No wonder they didn't take kindly to him. You've got one thing left to do, so you hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it. Don't let anything you've done get to you. You can save all those creatures here and now.
Process will restore a previous world state in its irreversible caution. Cause irreparable course of disabling the restoration protocol. The end.
It's finished. Now, sit tight. It'll be over soon. No matter what happens next, you're done good. I suppose all that's left is to try and remember this moment.
Cool. So we're rebuilding the world.
The Bastion's gonna take us back to a better time. Before any of this. Maybe we'll forget everything you've done. And each other. Though after all we've been through, I find that hard to believe. So long, kid. Maybe I'll see you in the next one.
So like
Say
Canadian
Landia,
Plus.
we're coming home.
I set myself fly the take me back to my home.
Such a good game. Wish it was longer, to be honest.
Lie on my back
that's B already. Logan Cunningham. That beautification. They're kind of chibi-esque. Cool. They're crediting all the families. That's awesome. Be right back. Okay. All right, what we got? Hey, how we doing, Epic Egon? We just finished a game. New game plus. Begin the journey with all your weapons and XP. New shrine, idols, and distillery spirits added. All Bastion structures buildable in any order. Use the shrine for the toughest challenge. Cool. All right, well, I guess we will be done for now. Just informates, well, good news for you. We are done. So we just finished the game. Our B is done. So next up will be C. That should be probably this coming weekend, and we're probably going to be playing Cuphead, but don't tell Trell. Yeah, we're gonna be playing Cuphead here. So hopefully it'll stand more of a chance than Bastion. Bastion only took us 2 streams, but we'll see. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Yeah, Epic. Just to let you know, we're doing a challenge where we're doing A to Z. So we're trying to get through the entire alphabet before the end of the year. We started with Alien Isolation, and then we did Bastion, and now we're going to be doing Cuphead. So that's we're going from there. Anyway, we'll see you later. Have a good night. Sleep well. Yeah, all the games we've been playing so far have been really good. So hopefully Cuphead continues that. Later. Bye.